Well, hello there, lovely people. Welcome to the most comprehensive course about Google Bard. Now, so many of you have heard of ChatGPT, not so much of Google Bard, and this is what this course is for. But not only that, this course is here to show you how much you can use Google Bard and how much it can make your life a lot easier by using 50 prompts, right? So we're going to discuss 50 ways in which Google Bard can make the lives of every digital marketer or online entrepreneur's life a lot easier, which will help you cut the costs, which means that if you're spending money on certain things such as freelancers or outsourcing, you can actually use these artificial intelligence tools to automate some of the most tasks that you do, the repetitive tasks that basically just take your time and are not that great or are not that difficult to do. That you can use a tool such as Google Bard to do instead of you, while you can go and focus on the 20% that drives the 80% of value. So without further ado, in order to access Google Bard, you need to go over to Google and search for Google Bard. Now, the first website that you find is bard.google.com. Click on it. Now, once I click on this website, obviously here, they're going to take me to my session because I'm already logged in. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and log out because I want to show you what they will ask you before you sign up. All right, so right now I'm signed out of Google Bard. I can go right now and search for Bard Google to access the website from the beginning as a beginner. Now, if I click over here, this will take me, well, back again. But normally in your case, what's going to happen is they're not going to take you directly to Google Bard. They're going to ask you to join a waitlist. I could have said that, well, I'm saying it now. So they'll ask you to join a waitlist by providing your email. And once you provide them with your email, all you have to do is to wait for a couple of minutes, sometimes seconds. Sometimes they will sign you up directly to Google Bard and you will be here. Now, the first thing that you should know about Google Bard is that over here, you can change. You can use the light theme or you can use the dark theme, whichever theme you prefer. In my case, I prefer the dark theme for my eyes. And one of the things that you'll notice, and for that, we're going to have to go and open up ChatGPT as well. And by the way, I have ChatGPT Plus, which means that I can use GPT-4, the version 4. Now, so many people think that GPT-4 is for free. Well, it's actually not for free. It's paid. I paid $20 for that. And also, my ChatGPT might look a little bit different than your ChatGPT if you're logging into ChatGPT for the first time, because over here, I'm using extensions. Now, I'm using the APRM for ChatGPT extension, also ChatGPT for Gmail, and YouTube and article summary powered by ChatGPT, which enables you to summarize YouTube videos and even basically take the script. You can take the entire script of a 2-hour podcast, right? And you can know what they said minute by minute, second by second. That's how awesome artificial intelligence tools have gotten. Now, because this course is not a course about ChatGPT, but still, we're going to make a couple of, I should say, differences because you need to understand what is so different about ChatGPT and Google Bard. Now, the first thing you have to understand when it comes to Google Bard is that Google Bard is a dynamic model, a dynamic chatbot model, which means that it has current information about what's happening right now in this very moment. It is also connected to Google, and all websites and all places owned by Google can be accessed by Google Bard, which means that it's basically focused on giving you information that is the most up to date, but also it pays so much attention to how truthful the answer to your question is. And it's not limited because it's a dynamic model, which means it can go right now. If you tell it what's happening with, for example, politician X, it can go right now and tell you the information. You can ask it the question, what's trending right now in the niche X? It can go and it can tell you exactly what's trending in that niche, real time. As opposed to that, we have ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is a static model, which means it was programmed to all data prior to 2020, so prior to 2021. So it was stopped at 2021. It doesn't know what happens today. It doesn't know the weather of this particular moment that we're talking. So as opposed to that, Google Bard can know. If you tell it what's the weather in San Francisco at this very hour, without a shadow of a doubt, it will be able to tell you that. And that's because it's a dynamic model of a chatbot. Now, people people make a lot of differences, but they can't quite pinpoint on what is making ChatGPT stronger. Because if you go right now to Google Trends, you will find that ChatGPT is used much more. And from experience, I'll tell you the reason why it is used much more is because ChatGPT is better with text. If you tell it to write a human 100% SEO optimized article, for example, all you have to do is to activate this extension, which is APRM, and click this prompt right here, which is basically at this time we're talking, used by 4 million people. And you can just type in whatever you want. You could say, for example, Midjourney full guide, right? You can write an entire article about Midjourney with one click of a button. All you have to do is to click. And you can see right now it is generating an entire SEO optimized, 100% unique SEO optimized article as a human would write it, okay? And you can see it is currently writing it, and I could keep generating until it finishes the article. Similarly, if for example you want to stop the generation, you can click over here. But if you want to, for example, generate an ebook, right? Content for your ebook, you can do that. You can come over here and you can say ebook. And all you have to do is to find a prompt, right? So ebook, create high converting Facebook copy. Now here I have to scroll down, ebook one-click creator. You can click over here and you can just type in what you want the ebook to be about. Let's say, for example, you want it to be about keto diet, or let's say 30 keto diet recipes for the elderly, for example. Let's say that that's the title of your book, or at least that's the niche of people that you're targeting. You can say that and it will write the ebook for you. And at the time we're speaking right now, it is currently writing the ebook. So all I have to do is to wait for it. And whenever it stops generating, I can just click on continue generating, and it will pick up where it left off, and it will continue generating the ebook until the ebook is finished. And then I can go later on and I can do whatever I want with the ebook. I can add images to it. I can repurpose it. I can do whatever I want to it. Now, Google Bard is capable of many things that ChatGPT is capable of, except for the fact it's not going to give you an extensive text. So it has a very limited amount of text that it can provide. If you ask it to write an ebook, it might start writing the introduction in a couple of chapters, but it will stop, right? It will stop at a certain point in time, and it will tell you, here's what you got to do. And that's the number one thing you don't want a chatbot to tell you, is that here's what you got to do. You want it to automate the job for you. You don't want to do the stuff by yourself. Otherwise, it's a DIY, right? Do it yourself. So, but it has a lot of advantages. Now, one of the things you'll notice here is that you can talk to Google Bard by using the mic. And just listen right now as I'm talking to it. It's going to be able to generate for me what I want. Let's say, for example, I want to look for a picture of a dog, or results of pictures of a dog on Google. Let's say that. Generate for me pictures of dogs. And I can hit enter, right? And right now it is basically generating for me whatever I want. Well, that's not something I would like. Okay, let me say it again. Let me try to rephrase it again, because sometimes you have to be precise with your prompt. Sometimes it might not understand what you want. When I said generate pictures of a dog, it basically thought that I was asking it to create the picture, not to show me a picture that already exists on Google. Now I'm going to say it in a different way, and notice the difference. Show me, or put here forth, some pictures of dogs from Google search results. Okay, just wait a second here. And you can see right now that it has basically generated for me pictures of dogs according to Google search results. So the first one is Golden Retriever, German Shepherd, and that's what it is. I could say, listen, generate a code for the checkmate move in Python. And I could enter, and right now it is going to generate for me a code for the checkmate move in Python for chess. Okay, so basically here it has generated the code for me. All I have to do is copy paste it. I could ask it anything. I could say, generate a React code for the game Tic-Tac-Toe. I could paste it in. And right now it's going to go ahead and generate for me the code in React for the game tic-tac-toe, which we used to play as children, right? XO, whatever that game was. We used to play it a lot. And so you can see how powerful it is with this particular microphone down here that we can use, which is really good, which is something that ChatGPT doesn't have. You can't talk to ChatGPT. And also the good thing is that it can generate for you images. ChatGPT is not capable of doing that. ChatGPT won't give you images. Now, here's another thing we can do. I am a blogger in the food niche, and I want you to generate or to give me or to show me 10 links of the best food blogs in the United States. And I said food blogs, not blocks. Okay, so here, let's just hit enter. And you have to also be precise about the way you spell things, because here you can see that I spelled blogs, and it thought I said blocks. But here it has generated for me some of the most powerful, influential food blogs in the United States. The first one is Smitten Kitchen, which I didn't know anything about. Cookie and Kate. Here's another one. The Minimalist Baker. This one I probably saw something. Serious Eats, Food 52. Damn Delicious, Great Green Kitchen Stories, Close Cooking. And so it basically has generated for me all these popular blogs. And guess what? It has generated even links to these blogs that you can go, and these are actually articles about these blogs. So for example, if I click, it will take me to the main website about the blog, right? And you can see over here that we don't have to do much. Now I could tell it, okay, now I want you to listen very carefully. Go and find 5 of the most successful food channels on YouTube and come back to me with the links to all of these channels. Okay, right now it's gonna go ahead, brainstorm, and find the food channels that are the most popular. Binging with Babish, actually, I watched that channel. Sorted Food, this one is second. Then you got The Food Lab, then you got Laura in the Kitchen, and then you got Mangchi. I don't know that channel, but I certainly watch Babish with Binging with Babish, okay? And it even tells you how many subscribers the channel has. Now, you can ask it key questions like, for example, can you tell me how many subscribers the channel Binging with Babish had in 2023 in the month of January? Okay, so right now I'm asking it, how many subscribers did he have in January of this month? Now, it basically has given me how many subscribers he has a year. So obviously it cannot tell how many subscribers he has a month because it can only use Google search results. So it's pretty limited for that. Now, it's telling me in 2017, they had 2 million subs, 18, 6 million, 19, 10 million, 2020, 12 million, 2021, 14 million. So basically it's telling me real crucial data, okay? Now I could ask it the question, I'm in the web development niche and I'm growing a YouTube channel currently. Let's say, for example, I want to find someone in my niche and I want to model after them, but I want to get inspired. I want to know how many subscribers they had in the past years. So here's what I'm going to do. Do you know Daryl Wilson, a YouTuber who produces courses about how to create websites? Now, basically the pronunciation of the word Daryl wasn't heard well. It should be Daryl with an E. Now, I'm going to spell it again. Do you know the YouTube channel Daryl Wilson? Daryl, R-E-L. Daryl Wilson. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remove it. Now, actually, you can't remove it. You have to hit enter. That's also one of the inconveniences of this, is that it doesn't spell what you say really well. But you get the point. It's really powerful. It's really powerful. It's capable of a lot of things. Let's do one thing here. Write an SEO optimized blog post that I want to put on my food blog about the most cheesiest steaks or steak sandwiches in the entire United States. And I want you to put them in a list of 10 most delicious, from the most delicious to the least delicious. Okay, so here I'm getting hungry. That's, I guess, why I'm asking it this question. But you can see right here, it's going to go and it's going to generate that for us. Now over here, it's basically telling us the top cheesiest steak sandwiches in the United States. Tony Luke, Pat King of Steaks, Jim's Steaks, right? John's Roast Pork, Shorty's, Monty's, and all of these information, believe me when I tell you, you would have to go and do your search about them, right? So you'd have to go and basically read about them in blogs. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore with these tools. Now, this is just one of the things it can do. Just one of the things it can do. It can do a lot of things. Now, I come from the web development space, and I know firsthand what these tools are capable of, from developing chatbots to developing applications to developing tools such as calorie calculators, water intake calculators, how many calories you have to eat a day to lose weight. They're capable of a lot of things, and I see people not using them to the fullest potential. That's the reason for this course. And I believe this was a far good of an introduction enough around Google Bard. And so I will see you in the next section where we're going to start the drill. And the drill is going to be 50 plus, or 50 prompts, not plus, 50 prompts that every digital marketer can use to make their lives a lot easier and better and more efficient. See you in the next section. Stay tuned and feel free to ask me any question in the Q&A. I'm your humble instructor and your personal coach. You can ask me any questions. I'll be there for you.